Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Dan Curtis on a mostly positive Wednesday morning. Dan, you're starting us off with the biggest decliner in the pre-market. What's behind the move for Cerebras? Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Cerebras shares are down 13%, and this is a sign of just where the AI trade is. So the chipmaker's annual forecast beat estimates, but not by enough to impress Wall Street. The company came in with guidance of around $860 million for the period. The average projection was around $830 million, but Wall Street has become accustomed to large beat and raises, and so it's raising the bar for what impresses shareholders. That's putting the shares on the back foot under ticker CBRS. This company is just reported its first earnings since it went public. The shares are around $197 in the pre-market. It IPO'd at $185, but right now we're looking at potentially the lowest price of public trading since that IPO.
And we're seeing a pretty big decline as well for another major firm that reported earnings, FedEx.
Yeah, so FedEx shares are down about 7.5% in the pre-market, ticker FDX, as headwinds push the shares lower after a 37% gain year-to-date into the earnings. The courier beat fiscal fourth quarter earnings estimates, but signaled there's still turbulence in the market. The grounding of its MD-11 cargo jet fleet complicated operations for the quarter, and profit margin for the period fell to 8.4% below estimates. The CEO sees higher wages and transportation rates, as well as other inflationary pressures, increasing costs by $2.6 billion this year, so margins very much in focus today. FedEx is working on ways to boost those margins, prioritizing healthcare and aerospace parcels, both of which tend to carry higher profits, but that's not enough to aid the shares this morning.
All right, let's turn to the positive side of the ledger. The biggest gainer pre-market this morning. Is Wendy's the new meme stock, Dan?
It might think so, but it is actually a duo coming together. So Wendy's, ticker WEN, is up 20% in the pre-market. And it appointed Steve Cirulis as CFO, replacing Ken Cook, who will remain in an advisory position through next month. Why this replacement is so important, though, is it comes on the heels of Bob Wright becoming Wendy's CEO last month. The two of them both used to work for Potbelly. So the duo is reunited after turning around that company. And Bloomberg Intelligence does see this as a signal that more management changes are likely as the CEO is in about his first month in the new position, and he is looking to change the direction of Wendy's, and that is helping change the direction this morning.
I should note, in the interest of transparency, Potbelly makes a decent sandwich. Close us out here, Dan, as we look ahead to probably the biggest earnings story of the week from Micron.
Absolutely. So we have Micron shares rebounding about 3% under ticker MU. Earnings after the bell and expectations are high, with Wall Street forecasting nearly 1,000% increase in adjusted earnings per share from last week. Margin expansion, a huge tailwind here, and guidance will be key. We need to see memory demand being supported not just this year, but next year. This will be key to the AI trade for the rest of the week.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.